Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Cards, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the New Orleans Saints and the home team. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
He's got the hook up to Atwell. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10 now. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to making that stop to move the chains.
Katie York now on for the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Groupie sends it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's out a little short of the 30. So here come the Cardinals now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie starter out of Michigan State University.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Pass play on 1st and 10. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Cardinals first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They go play action on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. Cuts, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Cardinals first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw here on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. This, our last play of the quarter. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's brought down for a loss. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. 3rd down from the gun. Buying some he has the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, maps become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Buying some time left. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 32. Complete, it's Atwell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A handoff for Harris, running right. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw on 1st. And down he goes. The Cardinals got there. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Olave with the catch. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Groupie sends it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Throwing now on 1st down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Here's 2nd and 11. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. And they won't do it. So that falls incomplete on 4th down.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
The Saints and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing it to start this drive. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's going to throw this one. Taken in by Harris. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, kid, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Able to find Dotson here. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And now they face 2nd down. Setting up a throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He put everything he had into it, and he hauls in the interception. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Saints get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants matching up with the Detroit Lions. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Cardinals to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
From the gun on 3rd down. Taken in by Harrison. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs, right?